As most of you know, 12 Years a Slave was named Best Picture at the Oscars this past weekend. However, according to a report from the LA Times, at least 2 Academy voters voted for the film without having ever seen it. Didn't watch a second of it. The story claims that they feared watching the movie would be too upsetting, but confessed they felt obligated to vote for the movie because of its social relevance. Erin, what is your reaction to hearing this?
I'm obviously very disappointed in this story too. First of all, why would you do that? Why would you vote for a movie that you hadn't seen because you felt it was socially important to do so? I think that's ridiculous. And then also, if you're going to do that, why would you admit to it? Why would you tell a reporter from the LA Times that you did that and that you were technically being dishonest and voting for something you had not seen yet? That's completely irresponsible for members of the Academy. And it's not fair to other films in contention. It's also not fair to 12 Years a Slave or to Steve McQueen, who did not create this movie to be a palatable version of slavery. Absolutely not. He created this to be a true, realer version of slavery. It's even based on a true story. And I just think it's so unfortunate that people aren't taking this seriously and that they're so willing to cast a vote without being responsible about that film or other films that are in contention. It's completely not fair.
Yeah, this is outrageous. This is outrageous. For people like me, who I am a massive film fan, and I love the Oscars, and I cherish what the Oscars are and what they represent, and what I would do, and who I would kill to be a voting member of the Academy, and then to find out that there are a couple of members of the Academy who have this great privilege of being voting members of the Academy. And they don't even watch a film that is, number one, it's outrageous that they wouldn't watch all the films up for contention, and then that you would vote for a film that was not up for contention. Yeah, I'd like to smack these asshats in the face. I really, really would. This to me just gets my blood boiling. This is outrageous. Now, let's keep this in perspective, though, because I know a couple of websites, very good websites, by the way, that are running stories about how this is just yet another sign about the flawed system of the Oscars and blah, blah. Let's keep this in perspective. Those 2 voters that voted for 12 Years a Slave without having watched it, out of the 6,000 plus voting members of the Academy, those 2 voters represent 0.03% of the vote. Perspective. They represent 0.03% of the vote. So now, considering that one CNN article that suggested 28% of Americans vote in the presidential elections without actually knowing anything about the issues, then the Oscar system doesn't look all that bad. So I don't think this is indicative of a systemic problem with the Oscars and what they represent. It's 2 asshats that represent 0.03% of the vote. So let's keep that in perspective. However, I still want to smack these guys in the face. This is outrageous, ridiculous. It's a violation of the public trust. This is not an important thing like feeding world-hungry children. Obviously, it's not. But it's an important thing to film fans. This is a cherished thing, and you have a trust entitled to you. Watch the damn films or vote for one of the ones that you did see. I want the Academy to hunt down and find out who these 2 jerkwads are and kick them out. Your big labor is to sit down and watch a freaking movie. I'm not asking you to dig a ditch. I'm not asking you to help me move my piano into my new apartment. Watch a movie. If you can't do that, then you have no business being in the Academy. Sorry, I'm going to calm down.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news, and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.